Well, it's been a pretty decent start to this season. Let's see how we're getting on. Hello guys, David here and welcome back to episode number 32 of Hometown Hero. In today's episode we're going to be having the games at home to Barnet and away from home against AFC Fylde. Since you were last with us, we obviously played the first two games of the season. We've run on a pretty decent run of form, to be fair. We're looking pretty decent at the top of the table. We won the first four, so the first two games you saw, of course, were against Dulwich Hamlet and Bromley. 4-3 and 4-2 wins respectively. We followed that up with another two wins against Torquay and Kings Lynn, some pretty tidy results. A defeat to Dagenham and Redbridge where we didn't really turn up and got two players sent off, which was very disappointing indeed. But we did manage to keep it to 1-0 until the last minute with 9 men on the pitch, so we'll take that. And a 2-2 draw against Hartlepool again was a little bit disappointing because we were 2-0 up and conceded 2 goals in the last 3 minutes. Move away from that, it was a good result. We then pasted Wingate and Finchley and again started off really well, 5-0 up inside 27 minutes, conceded at the end. A little bit disappointing as well, but we've got through to the second round of the FA Trophy. As you can see there, we will play Cheshire in that one. I'm not going to show you any of that until we get further into the stages like we normally do. But in today's episode, like I said, we've got 2 Vanarama National games, and following the start of the season, we're currently sitting in 5th. Which I'm pretty pleased with at the moment. We're running a good bit of form. We've won 4, drawn 1, lost 1, which is good. Goal difference wise, excuse me, we're scoring a lot of goals. We're not conceding a huge amount of goals. We probably need to limit that a little bit, but we are starting to get a little bit tighter at the back, which is what you want to see. We could be doing worse. We could be Bromley, who have conceded 17, scored 6 and lost all their first 6 games. So it could be worse. Win today, we can potentially go top of the table. We probably need to have a couple more goals to do that, and Stevenage will probably play as well, so it's probably not going to happen. But yeah, looking pretty good at the moment. And anyway, without further ado, let's get into the game because nothing else has happened. The reason I'm doing these 2 games, I know at the end of Friday's episode I did say I'd either do these 2 or the Solihull Moors and other game, can't remember who it was against. I'm really late on this one. I'm recording this the morning, so it's currently 11:38 on the 1st of March. I'm recording it just the day of me actually uploading the video because I've been really busy with other stuff as well. If you haven't seen, I'm taking a break from other stuff on the channel for the time being because aside from this Salisbury save, I'm not really feeling Football Manager a huge amount at the moment, so I don't want to kind of give you guys subpar content. I have got a few bits which if I get the time to, then I will try to edit them together and slap them out, so you'll see a couple of bits, but for now, Salisbury's going to continue Monday, Wednesday, Friday as normal. If I feel like I can ramp it up to a couple more episodes and do them every day, then I will do. But let me know if that's something you want to see or not, because I don't want to run through it too quickly at the end of the day. But anyway, enough of that rambling. Let's get into the game today. Let's get into the first game of the episode, which of course is home to Barnet at the yet to be named the Salisbury Stadium. Again, answers in the comments as to what you want to see that become named, because that'd be fantastic. Rollins is going to be in goal. Zamora, Janieva, Bradley Green and Genesini, the back 4. I've had to put these 2 in because they're moaning about lack of game time. But they're both playing relatively well, so I'm not too disappointed about having to do that. Diaz, Much, Purrington and Thistleton is the midfield 4. Again, Diaz in because he's moaning about lack of game time. But again, he's been doing really well, so I'm quite happy to do that. Tommy Wright and Aaron Owen up top. Tommy Wright is in because Jake Young is currently out with a dodgy, I think it's an ankle. Oh no, sorry, pulled hamstring. So he's been out for a couple of weeks. But Aaron Owen is becoming the man I dream about. Honestly, he is ridiculous. He's so good. He scores goals with his head. He scores them with his feet. He knocks the ball on. Him and Tommy Wright in the last few games have had a wonderful little partnership. So I'm really looking to see if they can carry on that form today in these 2 games and get a couple more goals to keep us on our trajectory at the table. If we don't get promoted this season, I'm not going to be disappointed, but I do want to see us doing much better than we were last season, 100%. And I want to see us in the fight for the playoffs for the majority of the season if we can be. If we can get higher up, we get promoted, win the league, whatever it might be, that's a bonus. But realistically, I know the board say fight bravely against relegation. I've got much bigger plans in mind. Bradley Green with a chance in the corner. Oh, Diaz dinks it in. Bradley Green nearly there. We know he can do that, but he didn't on this occasion. I've still, despite the fact I'm just remembering this now as I'm running through it, I did say at the end of the last episode I'd change my corner routines to put Aaron Owen on the corners to actually nod them in because he's enormous and can head. I haven't done that, so nothing's happened yet. And annoyingly, Barnet have got the first goal. Bouncing around. Not the best defending you'll ever see. Let's be completely honest about it. Chikukwa. That's a fun name to say. Past his man. Diaz, not the best tackle in the world. Genesini's been completely outmanned there. And I don't know who that is. Is that Janyeva or Bradley Green? Janyeva, yeah, just doesn't get on the end of it. And stops the man. But the second header was going to be much more difficult to defend from than the first one. Anyway, we carry on. Janyeva picks it up from Diaz's corner, whips a ball in. That's a tasty little ball. Oh, Thistleton. Good save from the keeper. What's that ball coming in from the centre half? Where's he been hiding that all of his time here? Diaz within the second corner. Can't get it to Bradley Green. Thistleton picks it up. Genesini pings it back out to Diaz. Pings it onto his left. Whips a ball in. It's low. Purrington. Oh, it's bouncing around. And it's an interesting clearance. Are we going to have another highlight? Is it going to carry on? No, it's not. We've got a pretty decent attendance record at the Salisbury Stadium so far, which we're quite pleased. You can see there's a few more empty seats than there was in the first game, of course, because the things run off. No, it's not in. How's that not on the line? I could have sworn that had gone over the line. Oh, dearie me. Barnet have had one shot, one on target and scored. We've had 11 shots in this first half. How are we not at 1-0? How is it not equal yet? This is mental. Zamora on the ball now. Diaz nearly muscled off it, but keeps it. Zamora dinks a ball forward or pings it, whichever one you prefer. Back to Janyeva. Finds Tommy Wright in a corner. Can he whip a ball in? Aaron Owen there. Thistleton is though. Yes, come on, get in. Oh, it's about time you managed to get the equalising goal there. My word, that took a while. Janyeva hit and hope, really. Let's face it, that was a centre half ball if ever you've seen one. Tommy Wright, though, lovely ball in. And Thistleton, what a run that is. He's so good at that. He's playing as an out-and-out winger, so he really shouldn't be cutting in as much as he is. But I'm so glad he's doing that because the chances he creates by just drifting in are so good. Right, we're performing well out there. I mean, we're far better than what Barnet have been. So, yeah, I think that's probably about right to say. And hopefully we can get another one of the goals that we deserve to go 2-1 up and turn this game on its head. That would be nice anyway. Currently, we're 5th in the table, so a win would technically put us level on points because Stevenage are actually losing to Hartlepool. So we'd put us level on points and it'd put us up to second place if we do get a win. I'm just going to make a couple of changes here. Aaron Owen not quite getting into things, but I will keep him on. I'm going to make a change in the midfield and bring Craig Much off. I would bring off Thistleton, but he's playing too well. So I think we'll leave it as is for now because Kyron Wiltshire, again, has been playing pretty well as well. Who's Wright Phillips? DiMaggio, right? What a name that is. Oh, here we go. I was about to make a change, but Diaz has got a corner, whips a ball in. Can anyone get there? Oh, it's cleared by the defender. He gets a second bite at the cherry, though. Can he whip a second ball in? He can. Oh, Barnet are good at defending corners and crosses, aren't they? Thistleton with a ball in. Aaron James is there. Cameron James. What we're talking about? Do you know what it was? Someone tall in the box. I just assumed it was Aaron Owen. It's not. It's Cameron James. But it matters not who actually got the goal. Because the fact of the matter is, we've deserved it, and we're now 2-1 up against Barnet. We've turned the game on its head. Dink of a ball in from Dylan Thistleton, and Cameron James gets a header on it, just about enough power to get past the goalkeeper, and that means we're on top finally. Taken long enough, and I'm going to bring on Tommy Conway in replacement of Aaron Owen, who has had an unusually poor game by his standards so far this season, but it doesn't matter. Because at the moment we're 2-1 up, but Barnet got a free kick. Don't get it, Rollins? Yes, good lad. Callum Rollins coming in and clearing the ball up. Lovely stuff. Thistleton, Tommy Wright plays at Cameron James. He's got support with him. He's going to go alone. He probably shouldn't have done. I don't know why he went on his own, but hopefully we can just see this game out now. Looks like we can. Come on, boys. Lovely result that. Turned it around. The sign of a good team if you can come from 1-0 down and win it 2-1. And that is exactly what we've done. That's a really, really good effort from the lads. Let's quickly go and check the attendance before we move on. I want to see what that was. 1,800 fans. Look at that. And only 142 away fans. Love to see that. We'll move on. It's 7 days' time. And we'll go away from home against AFC Fard and see if we can carry on this good run to start the season. Alrighty then, up against AFC Fard, as you will know now. Away from home, of course. We've had the game against at the Salisbury Stadium. We're going to move on the way to Fard. I don't even know where Fard is, to be honest. Got to be completely honest with you. The team for this one has been a couple of changes because we've had a couple of people who are out of the club due to international duty. The main one being is it Jordan Zamora? I think it is. Yeah, Jordan Zamora. He's out on international duty with Zimbabwe. And Martinez, his backup, is out on international duty with Cyprus under 21s. So Craig Much, he's going to drop into the left back position. That leaves a space in the midfield. Cameron James, after his last display, is going straight in there. It was going to try and put Jack Chambers in there, but I thought we'll give him the run. Otherwise, it's the as you were. So Rollins, Much Janieva, Bradley Green, Genesini, Hemmings. Oh no, in fact Hemmings is back in instead of Cameron Diaz. That'd be nice if she was playing, wouldn't it? We're actually going to switch that back and put Antonio Diaz back in that position because, again, he's been playing really well. Tommy Wright and Aaron Owen up top. So let's get into it. Let's get going and let's see if we can get this game done. And, like I say, continue on our pretty decent run of form. Now, we're up against a team who are further down the table than they would expect, apparently, according to the bookies' odds. They are still the favourites, with us being away from home. But we're not the favourites for a lot of games in this league, so if we can get an early goal, then who knows what might happen. But it's fired on the attack. Rollins, oh, he's had a shocker. Oh, he's had a shocker as well. As poor Callum. Oh God, what's happened here? I thought this was one of those comfortable ones. He's going to come out, he'll catch it, not a problem. He's missed it completely, and we're 1-0 down inside the first 10 minutes, and that's not something that Callum is going to want to watch back on this video when it comes out tonight, because that wasn't pleasant. I used to be a goalkeeper when I was younger. I've made that mistake before. It's not pretty, and it's not something you want to have happen. So that is a bit of a shame. But Genesini whips the throw in. Aaron Owen's there, and he equalises in the game. The enormous man-mountain giant, whatever you want to call him, Aaron Owen. Look at the size of him. This is exactly what he's here for, these long throws. Look at him. He's not even challenged, barely even has to jump, and he just nods it past the goalkeeper, and it's 1-1 there. If we can get a goal now, we go top of the table, boys and girls. There's a chance here. We could be in with a chance to get top of the table here if we can keep this going. What are we going to say? We've been the better team, I would say, looking at the stats I saw just before the end of the half. So I'm going to tell them that we can win this game because we are the better side. Hopefully we can continue on. It's been half a few chances, to be fair, and now Stevenage just scored. We can't go top of the table, which is a bit of a shame, but it doesn't matter. Just got to keep our run going, keep ourselves unbeaten as much as we can, and we'll see how it comes out towards the end of the season. But highlight coming now, pinged forward. Tommy Wright's there. Purrington plays Owen. Got Thistleton on his right hand side. He will use him as I expected. Thistleton ball in. Tommy Wright. Oh, it's just wide of the post. Oh, that was close. That was very close indeed. Probably about time we make some changes in a second. Janieva gets the head on that, but doesn't manage to direct it to another player in Salisbury Blue. And Fylder on the attack here, but Callum Rollins manages to claim that one. Fortunately, I'm sure he's glad that he's managed to do that. And hoofs the ball clear. Thistleton gets his head on it, drops it down to Owen, who's playing the target man role, loses it though. And that's... Oh, wow. It's a red card. I mean, he's gone through the back of Aaron Owen. I'll give him that, but I don't think that did not, to me, warrant a red card. I mean, I'm not going to complain. It now puts us into the driving seat, potentially. So I'm not complaining that that's a red card, but it seemed a little bit harsh. And knowing what's going to happen now, we're not going to have any more chances in this game. Just going to drift off into a bore draw. I don't have I don't have Kyron Wiltshire on the bench. I am going to bring Tommy Conway on there instead of Tommy Wright. And we'll see how the last 15 minutes of this game plays out. We have got one more change, which I might make. Aaron Owen digs the ball forward, though. Finds Tommy Conway, just fresh on the pitch. Can he get a chance in? He does. Yaros in the AFC foul goal, though. Not really troubled, to be completely honest, was he? He wasn't ever looking too difficult. And I think we'll bring off Thistleton, and I'll bring on Monday. But I'll switch Cameron James out to the right-hand side, because I know he could do enough of a job there, to be honest, just to keep it fresh and again keep off the players who aren't necessarily playing too well. But I'll take a draw in this one. We're keeping the unbeaten run going. We're still third in the table as it stands. And it looks like it is going to fizzle out into a draw. It is a bit of a let-off for them, I think we'll say. I think that's the honest opinion of mine anyway. We were better than them. We had better chances on target, it seems. But if we can't score and we can't get the extra goal, then we're not going to win, are we? That's as simple as that. But we remain third in the table. And we are, I think I just saw we're about 14 points clear of the relegation places. 13 points clear of Barnet, who are currently in the bottom relegation zone. Or the final relegation zone place. So I'm pretty pleased with that as it stands. Now for the next episode, we will come back for the York game and the Havant-Waterlooville game, I think. So midway into December, just before my birthday, we'll come back for those two. Because I don't think we've played York yet, and they're going to be a strong side. And Havant-Waterlooville. In fact, actually, no, do you know what we'll do? I've just noticed that. We'll come back for Stevenage and York, because if we're still in the position we are, which I hope we will be, that seems like some good games to give you guys. Some really tough teams. See how we get on with them. But that's going to be it for today's episode, guys. As always, if you enjoy this one, then please make sure you smash the thumbs up button on here. It makes the video visible to other people as well. If you do that, subscribe if you're new to the channel for regular videos on the Salisbury series from now on in the future as well. And as always, I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts in the comments as well. But that's going to be it for me today, guys. Mine has been David. Catch you guys next time. Cheers.